It has become my tradition to greet every new year with a Pinterest vision board. Brief snapshots of my hopes and dreams for the immediate future. What do I want 2023 to look like? Well, there are a few moving parts to this one. So let's start with the basics. I want to romanticize every last drop of high school I have left. It is senior year after all. Romanticize your life. We hear this phrase being used a lot in our day and age. But what does it actually mean? Are we supposed to fall in love, woo the day, romance our obstacles away? In my opinion, I say yes to all of these, but not in the way you may think. I believe that romanticism is all about falling in love with life, the ugly and the beautiful. It's about enjoying the feel of cold water in your face in the morning and your first exhale of fresh, clean breath, and all of those little things. But it's also about going to school or work with the determination to enjoy your day and help others enjoy it too. It's about doing the hard things that you really don't want to do, because you know that at the very least, going through that difficult thing will help you to stop taking the non-difficult, mundane things for granted. And in my opinion, that is a beautiful thing. And that is why I like to start my morning by cracking open my window, welcoming the cold winter air, and moving my body. Exercise can be difficult, especially at 5 in the morning. But the benefits outweigh the struggle, and afterwards, I feel strong, I feel alive, and I feel ready for the day. I'll get into a bit more about my workout routine in a later video, but here you see me doing a slow and easy yoga routine, which is something that I like to do in the middle of the week to help me catch my breath and center myself, to feel balanced. HIIT workouts and weightlifting are great, but like many things, they are best in moderation, so I make sure to give my body this nice stretch it needs twice a week. Ambiance videos are another great hack for slow, calm mornings. But sometimes I do prefer silence, so I just try to listen to how I'm feeling and make the best choices I can to set up for a great day. order to romanticize my mornings, I really like to prepare my breakfast. Spend even just a tiny bit of time cooking in a warm kitchen, listening to the sounds of the oats on the stovetop and the coffee maker brewing, washing and slicing and spooning. Cooking is methodical. My breakfasts are simple and soothing to assemble. One of those little but enjoyable tasks. I've also been following along with the daily devotional to help me make a goal to be a better person that day than I was yesterday. My self-betterment progress isn't linear, however, and some days it's easier than others. But even just taking the time to set that intention or goal can make deeply riveting changes. And afterwards, I like to just sit with my breakfast in either silence or ambiance and soak in all the peace and just be present in that moment. There is also nothing quite like the simple pleasure of a warm drink on a chilly morning. I think that my cup of coffee is definitely one of my favorite morning rituals. Once the zen is over, it's time to prepare to face what may inevitably become a hectic day. I do like to put in a bit of effort into my appearance for school. Nothing too flashy, just a bit of jewelry here and there, some nice smelling moisturizer, and maybe a new hairdo if I'm feeling fancy. However, today especially, I felt it best to keep it simple. And once my book for the day has been secured, been packed, I just grab my lunch and a snack, and I'm out the door. A typical day at school looks different for everyone. For me, it starts at around 7 a.m. when I arrive to beat the morning parking lot rush. There is nothing quite as terrifying as a horde of teenage drivers scrambling for a parking spot, so I avoid this at all costs. Coming to school early also gives me time to catch up with my friends, say good morning to all the teachers, and read a bit before the day completely begins. And I am also fortunate enough to go to a school with a lot of cool places to carry out free period shenanigans. Today I spent some time in the band room with Julia, and we just jammed out to some impromptu piano playing, and I listened to her sing some show tunes. And it's silly moments like these that I hold close to my heart. They're so important to cherish, especially now because this is our last semester. We won't get this safe bubble of time together back in a few months. And that can be a scary thought. But I think sometimes we need a good scare to be fearless. We need to be reminded of the brevity of life to remember to live. Senioritis might be alive and rampant through these halls, but not through my mind, because to me, the clock is winding down way too fast. So I'd like to take this time to slow it down and enjoy the little things with my friends while I can still hold them this close. Heart to heart, and beautiful soul to beautiful soul. During my free periods, I also really like to come to the media center to work on a puzzle for a bit. Our librarian is very kind and is constantly purchasing new puzzles whenever I demolish another one. At this point though, I've realized I'm kind of addicted and hopelessly unproductive whenever a puzzle is around, so I try my best to limit myself and set a timer for when I need to stop to get back to work. With my workload and the difficulty level of my classes, constant breaks are vital for prevention of burnout. I've chosen books as my place of refuge in these circumstances. They allow me to keep my mind active and alert, but gently nestled within grand adventures, comfort characters, and engaging plots. Libraries have always been my happy place, and books my greatest friends. And in these calm moments that I get throughout the day, I take advantage of the time to get lost for a while, wander in another realm. Book characters are like old friends to me. I miss them. And recently, I learned that your mind can't actually tell the difference between real and fictional people who which explains the heartache that I feel whenever I have to say goodbye. So I don't. I say hello, and I carry them and their stories around with me in the physical presence of a book and the memory of them in my mind. My own personal security blanket to get through the day. They give me courage. They motivate me to be kind, and they call me to action. In short, they inspire me to romanticize my life, to imagine that chemistry is potions class and history will give me the context I need to face battle raging in this magical realm. That the gazebo outside is the entrance to the secret garden, and the bird flying past the window is actually Rowan in disguise. Books give me the wings to fly about my day in a cloud of my own imagination. And of course, the easiest parts of high school to romanticize have got to be the dances. I mean, they're in every show and in every movie. It's just you and your friends, some good music and the self-consciousness you lose in the dark. There is nothing like letting off some steam by screaming out One Direction lyrics in the middle of the gym and spinning like you're 2 years old again. Coming home with feet so sore you can barely walk and a stupid grin that makes your cheeks hurt. Quite literally dancing like nobody's watching. Forgetting about your worries for one night. And losing your anxiety in the swirling light. And not everybody has a great time at dances, which is understandable, but it's all about your expectations, in my opinion. I didn't come to the dance expecting this grand moment where a boy would ask me to dance or kiss me at midnight. I came just wanting to have fun. And the funny thing is that by the end of the night, it was just me and my friends dancing. Everyone else was just kind of standing around and complaining about how much the dance sucked, while we were gallivanting about like children and having the absolute time of our lives. It was a night I won't be forgetting anytime soon, to say the least. The clip of the dance that I showed actually took place on the weekend, so I wasn't recovering from that craziness tonight. But I do go to work every day after school from 3 to 6, working in childcare, which can be very demanding, mentally and physically. So I need all the recovery time I can get to be ready for tomorrow. Once dinner's over, I finish off any homework that needs to get done before the next day. As previously mentioned, my homework load is quite hefty, so I usually end up working until it's time to sleep. But if I find the time, or I'm simply feeling too overwhelmed, I like to take a few moments to journal my thoughts. Clear out anything that I'm struggling with mentally, or preserving some memories. I practice stream of consciousness journaling, so it's really just me and my immediate thoughts. And it's so soothing to just sit there in the candlelight with the ink flowing out of the pen, absorbing the silence. And of course, I like to end my day with just a bit of light reading before bed to slow my brain down and lull myself to sleep. Good night, friends. See you next time.